Guys, I'm doing this film in first person because for some reason YouTube thinks my face is ugly and keeps demonetizing it. So, I'm gonna have to just film like this and have to tell you what I think of the film that I just saw. I mean, I already saw the theater version, but it's pretty much exactly the same. I'm glad that people can actually see it for a reasonable price. And I think you guys, if you it just it elevates what I would consider a soundtrack that has some bangers, some misses, and actually seeing that theater aspect of it makes it a lot better. And when you get to appreciate the songs more, and you get to have some insights that you wouldn't expect. Like, for example, in the song "We Know," Mariah Reynolds is in the background, and that is one of the themes of an earlier song called "Say No to This." And another example would be in "Satisfied," where Angelica rewinding her life. It literally replays all the things you see in Helpless backwards seamlessly. It's a great production. I'd say the production aspect is 10 out of 10. But after seeing the film, I kind of already knew stuff, but it's still, it was great. But seeing it in the theater, when the lights go black in the middle of it in the intermission, like, it is pitch black. You can't see anything for like 15 minutes, and then they tell you to get out. And, you get to buy some stuff and see cool merch and all that. And that experience wasn't part of it, which I think made my day when I saw it in theater. But the experience on the Disney Plus came. Other than that, the only real changes is since it's on Disney Plus, and they outside of one F-bomb, they bleep out everything, because Hamilton has, I believe, 4 in them, and since they wanted to get that PG-13 rating, because how dare Disney ever put anything non-kid friendly? They only have 1 in it. Everything else they just bleep out. It's not just the one in the Adams administration song. Other than that, exactly the same for the most part, with them adding a Hamilton mixtape song at the end for the credits, which, I mean, they already kind of have, like, the part where they bow, so it just felt like more time. Also, if you're not a fan of long movies, just don't expect to finish it in one sitting, because it's almost 3 hours long. Now, I can handle long movies. I've watched the extended editions of all the Lord of the Rings film. I've watched Avengers Endgame. I've watched Titanic. No problem. In fact, I just recently also watched 2001 too, which is another long film. But, other than that, if you're gonna have somebody watching this who, is more energetic, just, there's an intermission. You can pause longer than a minute, and if you need to do anything, do whatever you want, and then maybe come back if you need to. But it's a great film, great story. What else would you expect? But it's all the original cast members too. I believe it's a recording of the original, but now you get to hear them without auto-tune, so it's like, oh, they actually sound like this. I think it's just the only other changes. Like, you think, some of them you could tell had auto-tune in, like, the soundtrack that they put out, which, I I didn't see all the original people when I saw it on Broadway, you know. Some of them were, you know, changed by the time I got to see it. It was 2018. So it was quite, you know, different. I don't think, and I didn't even see the New York production. I saw the LA production, but I think the one that, you know, was probably like saved the most by auto-tune was Leslie Odom Jr. as Aaron Burr. You could tell like there's a couple moments in the beginning where it changed a little bit, but you still sounded good. It's just, you know, it's not that perfect auto-tune you hear in the soundtrack, you know. So just be prepared for that. Be prepared for everything. You can watch it too. Everything else is the same. If you've been to the play or watched the soundtrack, there's only like 2 scenes that you don't see in the soundtrack. So, yeah. Anyway, that should be it for this video. Don't expect another one soon. And also, until YouTube can stop telling me that my face is hideous, you know, how dare you, YouTube? Stop demonetizing my face. Goodbye.